Listen, you've been spending too much time worrying about what they think, what they said, how they see you. But let me tell you something right now. None of that matters. Not a single word. Not a single whisper from the mouths of people who have never walked a mile in your shoes. Because while they're talking, you should be building. While they're gossiping, you should be growing. While they're laughing at you, you should be working in silence. See, the truth is, most people spend their energy discussing other people's lives because they're afraid to look at their own reflection. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to judge. It's easy to talk about the man who's out there chasing his dream. But it takes courage to chase your own. And that's why you've got to learn to focus on yourself. You hear me? Focus. Laser sharp focus. Not halfway. Not when it's convenient. Not when it feels easy. But every single day. Because when you focus on yourself, you start to realize something powerful. This world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody's going to hand you a dream. Nobody's going to clap for you until you give them something to clap for. So stop waiting for approval. Stop seeking validation. Stop letting other people write your story. Pick up the pen. Write your own. Let them call you a loser. Let them say you changed. Because you're supposed to. Growth is change. Elevation is separation. The higher you go, the smaller your circle gets. And that's okay. Because you're not here to please them. You're here to build you. When you start focusing on yourself, you start to hear a different voice. The voice inside you that's been buried under all the noise. The voice that says, you're meant for more. The voice that says, keep going. That's the voice you listen to. Not the critics, not the doubters, not the ones who quit on their own dreams. You see, the people who call you crazy now, they'll call you successful later. The people who laugh at your grind today will envy your discipline tomorrow. Because what they don't understand is this. Greatness requires isolation. You can't grow if you're constantly distracted by who's watching. You can't rise if you're busy trying to prove something to everyone else. The only person you need to prove anything to is the one in the mirror. Let's be honest. When you look around, most people are lost in comparison, scrolling through lives that aren't theirs, jealous of success they didn't earn, mocking the grind they don't understand. But you're different. You're not here to compare, you're here to prepare. Prepare your mind, prepare your spirit, prepare your body for the future you're building, because your time is coming. And when it does, you'll look back and realize that all the nights you spent alone, all the moments when you felt unseen, all the times you chose to stay focused instead of fitting in, those moments were making you. The world might not see your vision yet, but that's because it's not their vision. It was given to you. It's your responsibility to bring it to life. Don't expect people with small minds to understand your big dreams. They can't. And that's all right. Remember this, small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. So, while they're talking about you, keep working on your idea. While they're busy tearing others down, keep building something that lasts. Because sooner or later, the results will speak louder than their opinions ever could. You've got to learn to be comfortable being misunderstood. You've got to learn to stand alone when no one claps for you. You've got to learn that not being seen doesn't mean you're not succeeding. The seed is buried before it blooms. That's you right now. Buried in the grind, hidden in the process, growing where no one can see. But one day that growth is going to break through the soil. One day they're going to look at you and say, "Where did he come from?" And you'll smile, because you'll know. You came from within. You built yourself when no one believed in you. You pushed forward when no one was watching. You kept the faith when everything was falling apart. That's the power of focusing on yourself. It's not about ego. It's about alignment. It's about becoming the best version of who you were meant to be. Don't waste your time arguing with people who haven't done what you're trying to do. Don't waste your energy proving your worth to those who are blind to it. Keep your head down. Keep your spirit up. Keep moving forward. Every day ask yourself, am I better than I was yesterday? Am I thinking sharper? Am I working harder? Am I growing stronger? Because that's all that matters. The comparison is you vs you. The world will try to distract you. It will throw noise, temptation, and doubt your way. It will tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. But the truth is, you are exactly what you need to be. You just need to focus. Focus on your mind. Feed it positivity, knowledge, and clarity. Focus on your health. Discipline your body to match your ambition. Focus on your purpose. Don't chase fame, chase fulfillment. You weren't born to be average. You were born to rise. You were born to walk a path few have the courage to take. And that path is lonely. It's full of obstacles. But that's what makes it worth it. Let me tell you, every legend, every icon, every person who made something out of nothing, they all started by focusing on themselves. When no one believed in them, they believed in their purpose. When everyone laughed, they worked harder. When people called them crazy, they smiled and kept going. And that's what you've got to do. Keep going. The world will never stop talking, but you can stop listening. The world will never stop doubting, but you can start believing. Your focus is your superpower. Protect it. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your future, your peace, your destiny, they all depend on what you give your attention to. So give it to yourself. Give it to your goals. Give it to your vision. Because when you focus on yourself, you start to attract the right people, the right opportunities, the right energy. The world begins to shift around your determination. You stop chasing and start becoming. And remember, success is not built in public. It's built in private. When no one's clapping, when no one's watching, when no one believes, that's when the real work happens. That's where the foundation is laid. So let them think you're losing. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Because the same people who mock you now will one day ask how you did it. Focus on yourself. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Stay humble. Because the quiet work you're doing now will one day make the loudest noise. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between moving and progressing. You can move all day, scroll, talk, run in circles. But that doesn't mean you're moving forward. You only progress when your direction has purpose. When your steps are intentional. When your eyes are fixed on your goal, not on the noise around you. And that's why you've got to learn to focus on yourself. Because without focus, life will keep you busy but never fulfilled. You'll mistake activity for achievement. You'll confuse being seen for being successful. Understand this, you don't need the spotlight. You need the discipline. You don't need validation, you need vision. You don't need applause, you need alignment. The ones who make it, the real ones, they aren't the loudest, they're the most consistent. Every single day, they're sharpening their mind, building their habits, working when the world sleeps. See, success isn't built on motivation. Motivation fades, it's built on focus and consistency. Every day you wake up and you say, I will keep going, even when it's hard, even when nobody believes in you, even when your own mind starts whispering, maybe this isn't for you. That's when you remind yourself why you started. Because there will be moments when the world feels heavy. When the people you trusted walk away. When the dream looks too far. And in those moments, focusing on yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. You've got to protect your energy. Because your energy shapes your reality. When you waste it worrying about what others think, you drain the power you need to create your future. Listen to me. If you spend your life trying to prove something to everyone else, you'll lose yourself in the process. You'll forget who you are. You'll forget why you started. You'll forget the fire that made you begin in the first place. So stop chasing their approval. You don't need their permission to shine. You've got something inside you that can't be measured by their opinions. You've got a gift, a purpose, a calling, and the world may not recognize it yet. But that doesn't mean it isn't real. You know what separates those who make it from those who don't? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's focus. Focused people move different. They talk less. They listen more. They show up every day, even when it hurts. Because they know one truth. If they don't believe in their vision, and nobody else will. When you focus on yourself, you stop competing with everyone else. You realize that your only competition is the person you were yesterday. That's it. Because what's the point of beating others if you've lost yourself? And here's the truth, you'll lose people when you start focusing on yourself. The ones who only liked you when you were distracted. The ones who needed your attention to feel important. The ones who felt comfortable when you were small. But that's okay. Let them go. Because every time you level up, the circle gets smaller and stronger. The ones who stay, they're not intimidated by your growth. They're inspired by it. They don't need you to shrink for them to shine. They clap for your victories like they're their own. But to attract those people, you've got to become that person first. And that's why focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's preparation. When you build your foundation, when you heal your wounds, When you strengthen your spirit, you become unshakable. You can lose the money, the job, the relationship. But if you've built you can rebuild everything. Because strength doesn't come from comfort. It comes from struggle. It comes from pain. It comes from choosing yourself when the world tells you not to. Now let me ask you something. Who are you when no one's watching? Who are you when the lights go off and it's just you and your thoughts? Who are you when everything falls apart? That's the version you need to work on. That's where your power lies. Because focusing on yourself doesn't mean flexing what you have. It means fixing what you hide. It means facing your insecurities, your fears, your habits. It means being honest about the parts of you that need work. You can't become unstoppable if you're still running from the truth. You can't build confidence from lies. You can't find peace in pretending. So face it. Face yourself. If you're lazy, admit it. Then fix it. If you're inconsistent, admit it. Then build discipline. If you're afraid, admit it. Then take action anyway. That's what growth looks like. Facing yourself without judgment, but with responsibility. You see, most people never change because they're too busy blaming others. They point fingers. They make excuses. But the moment you say, "It's on me," you take your power back. You can't control what happens around you, but you can always control how you respond. And that's where greatness begins. Not in control, but in responsibility. Let the world call you crazy. Let them misunderstand you. Because that's the price of self-focus. When you start working on yourself, you start seeing the world differently. You stop reacting. You stop proving. You stop chasing temporary pleasure, and you start chasing purpose. Purpose doesn't need attention. It demands commitment. And commitment means doing the work when you don't feel like it. It means saying no when distractions call your name. It means sacrificing comfort for clarity. You'll be tested. You'll be tempted to quit. You'll be tempted to settle. But if you stay focused, if you stay locked in, you'll rise higher than you ever thought possible. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. You're not here to entertain. You're here to elevate. They'll say you've changed. You'll say you've grown. They'll say you think you're better. You'll say you're just becoming who you were meant to be. You've got to stop letting small minds convince you that dreaming big is arrogance. You've got to stop letting fear disguise itself as logic. Because the same people telling you to be realistic are the same ones who gave up on themselves a long time ago. And I'll tell you this, the world doesn't reward comfort. It rewards courage. It rewards those who focus when everyone else is distracted. It rewards those who work when others waste time. You might not see results right away, but that doesn't mean it's not working. Seeds take time to grow. Pressure takes time to turn coal into diamonds. And your time is coming if you don't quit. Every time you feel like giving up, remind yourself, this is part of the process. Every setback, every rejection, every lonely night is preparing you. You can't get to the next level without going through this one. So embrace it, embrace the grind. Embrace the silence. Embrace being misunderstood. Because while they're distracted, you're developing. While they're gossiping, you're growing. While they're wasting time, you're winning in private. You've got one life, one chance, one story to write. Don't let anyone else hold the pen. Don't let anyone else decide your worth. Focus on yourself. Not because you're selfish, but because you're serious. Serious about your growth, your peace, your future. When you focus on yourself, you stop being desperate for attention and start demanding respect. You stop chasing the crowd and start attracting purpose. You stop waiting for the perfect time and realize the time is now. This moment right here is your opportunity to reset, to refocus, to rebuild. Forget about who doubted you. Forget about who left. Forget about who laughed. They don't define you. You define you. You are not what they say you are. You are what you decide to become. So focus. Focus until your distractions disappear. Focus until your results make the noise. Focus until your vision becomes reality. Because one day the world will see what you built. One day they'll realize why you disappeared. One day they'll understand that you weren't ignoring them. You were investing in yourself. And when that day comes, you won't need to say a word. Your life will speak for you. Your discipline will speak for you. Your peace will speak for you. So lock in, stay grounded, stay grateful, because everything you're looking for is already within you, waiting for your focus to bring it out.